Hey, camera, Mark!
Mark, can I see you in position for a moment?
Everybody who's a Philadelphia Eagle fan who lives in the city knows who Vince Papale is.
To Vince Papale, neighborhood boy.
First of all, imagine what's going through my head, knowing that a movie's being made about me. I mean, how great is that?
This guy from the 700 level, he came running down the stairs and tackled everybody.
Special teams is an attitude, and Vince personified that.
It's all about his heart and his willingness to sacrifice himself for something that he ultimately just enjoys to do.
I couldn't be more happy to have Mark Wahlberg playing me. He's just pure passion and enthusiasm.
To overcome all those things and really seeing the effect, this guy had on the town. That's why we're making a movie about it. I mean, it's that impossible.
He played like a guy who had been handed his dream. But however long it was going to last, when it was over, he didn't want to walk away and regret a second of it. You had to be invincible to do what this guy did.
He was invincible.
He is invincible.
I am invincible, and this is my story.
Before I take your questions, I'd like to make a quick announcement. This coming Saturday, at Veterans Stadium, at 9 a.m., the Philadelphia Eagles will hold open tryouts. We're open to all comers.
It's open.
So
This guy's out of his mind.
We actually had an open house camp and just invited anybody who wanted to try out to come, and it was a kick.
We had guys who had played high school ball and hadn't played football for 4 or 5 years. You had the truck driver who lifted weights and always envisioned himself as an NFL lineman.
Break it off.
Former head coach Mike McCormick may not have run the tightest ship in the NFL, but at least it wasn't a ship of fools.
Fight, Eagles, fight, on the road to victory.
That player, no surprise, did not get an invitation to training camp, but believe it or not, new head coach Dick Vermeil has decided to invite one person and one person only. He is Philadelphia native Vince Papale, a former teacher who didn't even play college ball.
Oh, you must be kidding me!
He didn't know anything about whether I could hit anybody, whether I would hit anybody. I don't think he knew about my college background.
Or lack of college background. You see, when Vince Papale arrived at Eagles training camp, he was a 30-year-old rookie who never played college football.
Vince played just 1 year of high school football. Went to a college that didn't even have a football program, but a guy that really wanted to play football more than anything else.
What Papale didn't have became evident as training camp began.
It was rather interesting to see him come out there, a 30-year-old rookie, working so hard with this huge desire to make things happen, but yet getting no respect.
I was willing to do anything and everything within law to make that team.
Danny Franks, right?
Mm-hmm. Vermeil's trying to mix things up. He's putting rooks with veterans with the rooks. Crazy.
So you like everyone else around here?
No, I hate you, yeah. I'm a center, I hate everybody.
Yeah, well, you weak side block, it's not good enough.
Says who?
I heard some coaches talking.
What color are my knuckles?
What?
What color are my knuckles? They're white. They're white. You see, white because my weight's for it means I'm coming after you. If I'm laying back, the color comes back. Tired of watching you get hammered every day.
I appreciate that.
Despite a productive preseason, Papale's fate was still uncertain.
It's the day of the final cut, and we finally get out and we're going to do our stretches for a pre-practice on that Monday. And I'm counting around, and I was 30, 43, 44, 45, because I got to be the 45th man on the roster. Coach Vermeil walks over to me, and I'm thinking, oh man, this is it. This is the cruelest joke you could ever have. you're going to cut me right now, right?
He was so insecure, and I know when he saw me walking toward him, a lot of things had to be going through his mind.
And he just looked at me, started smiling. He said, "Congratulations, old man." He says, "You're a Philadelphia Eagle." And I just went absolutely bonkers. Tears were streaming down my eyes, you know, and I said, "This is unbelievable."
I remembered he must have had a vertical leap of 38 inches that day. He just went straight to the moon. Ran over to the people at practice, you know, when he found out, come on, I made it, you know, and this was a dream come true for the guy.
This is a huge play for both teams. No room for mistakes on either side.
And Papali with a tremendous break on the ball. Bubble!
Come on, Vince.
Papali's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. That's it. Unbelievable. This is just unbelievable.
That's the sound we've been looking for.
People are going to remember him and his number and his desire and how they felt watching him play longer than they're going to remember guys that caught more passes and scored more touchdowns.
But I don't think this is the end of Vince. I think it's the beginning. I think this movie is going to tell a story that everybody can get a little piece of and really bring it right into their own heart and say, you know what? I've been dealing with that. I was ready to give up. I think I can do something.
In 1976, I dreamt of becoming a Philadelphia Eagle. And now, 30 years later, people are calling me invincible. Don't stop living your dream.